everybody, I'm Caley from Minerva, and thank you so much for joining me in my sewing room today. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make your own version of this timeless button front dress with patch pockets by hacking the Frida Blouse sewing pattern from Atelier Jupe. In order to create this project for yourself, you're gonna need a few supplies, all of which are going to be linked for you in the description box below. Here's what you'll need. For this project, you'll need our Core Range 7-Wale Stretch Woven Jumbo Cord fabric in the color of your choosing. I'm working with the caramel colorway. The Frida Blouse pattern from Atelier Jupe. Iron-on interfacing. Matching thread. 3 packs of plain round buttons. Now for hacking the pattern pieces, you're going to need a few basic materials you probably already have on hand. Helpful materials include scissors, not your good fabric shears, a long ruler such as a quilter's ruler, a pen or pencil, tape, and any scrap paper. Now let's start by hacking our pattern pieces. Using the body and finished measurement guides in the pattern, start by choosing the correct size for your project. The pattern pieces included are printed on one sheet of paper front and back. Because of this, you'll need to trace off all pattern pieces for your size, making sure to transfer all pattern markings including notches, fold and grain lines, and cutting instructions. Once you've traced all your pattern pieces, find the front, back, and button placket pieces. These will be pattern pieces numbers 1, 3, and 5, respectively. These are the pieces that we will be altering. Find your desired length for the dress by measuring from the top of your shoulder down to where you'd like the dress to sit. It's definitely helpful if you have a buddy who can assist you, or you can just do it awkwardly by yourself like I'm doing here. Starting with the front pattern piece, locate the length adjustment line noted with the little pair of scissors on the pattern piece. Cut your pattern piece here. Now, add a strip of paper to the bottom of the top portion of the pattern piece using tape. Measure out the total length you just calculated and add the bottom portion of the pattern piece, making sure both sides of the pattern are equally spaced. Secure them together with tape. Use a ruler to draw a line connecting the sides of the new pattern piece and cut away any extra paper. Complete these same steps for the back and button placket pieces. Now that your pattern pieces have all been cut out, it's time to prepare your fabric and cut out your pattern. Now we're going to be drafting our patch pocket pieces. You can do this by creating them on a separate piece of paper or just by tracing the squares directly onto your fabric. To create your pocket pieces, measure and mark a square measuring 7.5 by 7.5 inches or approximately 19 by 19 centimeters using a water erasable pen or tailor's chalk. Cut out 2 of these squares from your fabric. Now that you've altered your pattern pieces and cut out your fabric, it's time to get to the good stuff. Let's get sewing! Complete steps 1 through 3 in the pattern instructions. Your project so far should be looking something like this. At this point, we'll add our patch pockets. Start by preparing your pocket square. To do this, fold in the edges of your pocket square using a 1/4 inch or 5 millimeter seam allowance and press in place. Then, fold the last edge down 1/4 inch and press it in place. Then fold it down again another 1/4 inch and press, pinning in place. Sew along the double folded side close to the open edge, making sure to backstitch at the beginning and the end. Now, measure and mark the seam allowance at each of the side seams on your dress pattern piece. Find the center point between these 2 margins. Measure down to approximately where you'd like your pockets to sit. Match the center point of the pocket to the center point of the top piece and pin your pocket square in place, making sure the sewn edge is at the top. Sew along the 3 unsewn edges of the pocket. Insert your needle, lift your presser foot, and pivot your fabric when coming to the corners. In order to make sure your pockets hold secure to your dress, strengthen the top corners by either sewing a small square on each side of the pocket or back tacking with a tight zigzag stitch. Continue to sew your dress according to the pattern instructions until you reach the last step. At this point, we'll add our buttons and buttonholes. Start with the placement of the first buttonhole. This marking will be transferred from the pattern piece. From your marked starting point, create 2 additional markings on the front piece of your dress, each measuring 8 centimeters apart. Go back to your original button marking and create markings for the rest of your buttons spaced evenly 8 centimeters apart until you reach the hem of the dress. Sew your buttons and buttonholes according to the pattern instructions. Now your patch pocket dress is complete. I'm so pleased with how this dress turned out, and I especially love the way it looks in this gorgeous caramel colored cord fabric. Thank you so much for sewing along with me today. I hope this video gave you all of the confidence you need to hack your own version of this incredible closet staple. And if you have any other ideas for hacking the Frida Blouse pattern, or if you're just excited to get started on this project, please be sure to let us know in the comments because we always love to hear what you've got on your sewing table at home. Another way you can connect with us is to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you can find even more inspiration from all of the talented makers here in the Minerva community. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys, happy sewing!